All right, guys. So technically, it's like the last day. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. It's the last day for the Amazon spring deals. And sometimes they'll even cut them off before then. So a couple of things I wanted to go over, just stuff that I saw in particular. There was some deals on certain things, like $42 for some RAM. I don't know. Um, 32 gigabytes of RAM would be pretty good for any DDR4 machine, really. I don't know quality of it, but I saw that one. Um, let's try DDR4 backspace. Let's see, free shipping. Crucial, 32 gigabytes. $50. It's not a spring deal. Here's another one. 25 for 16. It depends on what you kind of need and where you want pretty little colors. I'm not seeing any deals being offered. 21 for 16. 21. So basically $42 if you bought 4 of them. Then you'd have your 32. Let's see. That's like the cheapest you're going to get on Amazon, basically. And that's silicone power. So, I mean, I don't know if they're dual rank or not. I'm not sure what the timing speed on it is. It's 3200. I mean, like, it's going to be good enough for basic stuff. I mean, you know, if we're looking for this stuff this cheap, you're obviously probably just building a budget computer. But anyway, we just like a whole bunch of different stuff on here that well, we got a couple of deals on radios that are going to be up. Maybe you want to try one of these new 5RMs or whatever with 10 watts and cook your face with 10 watts of RF. Yeah, man. There's a couple of deals on certain pairs of these that have GPS, which I thought to me is interesting. Here's a K5 Plus. I don't know what this one is. There's just so many variations of this. Like, I actually kind of prefer the old UB5R, except for the UB5R overloads with a big antenna on it. I don't know how any of these newer radios are, but like, you know, the UB5R likes to overload. You have this one here. I don't know anything about it. 2-pack for 32, which basically is $16 a piece. You've got this other funny little K5-ish, Bowfang-ish, different battery. Anyway, there's all sorts of these things. You have the TDH3, $33 with 2 batteries. I guess that's probably a pretty good deal. 29 with just 1. So, I mean, spend the $4 and get another battery. Here's the Retivus RA79, which is a UBK5 without the little piece, maybe? Or is it there? Okay, no, it actually has the protector on it. So, that's awesome deal for $15. This one here, $5 off. I wanted to try one of these. I kind of like the way they look, but again, I just don't need any more handhelds. A double pair of these for basically $30, 50 cents. I don't know if this is a double pair of these. This would be, for these ones, that would be 33, 15, 16, 17, 1650. 1650 a radio. I don't think it comes with a 220 antenna. You got the Quad 5 version of the Radioddity QT60 10-meter CB radio, $199 from $259. That's a pretty good deal right there. I don't generally recommend these kind of radios to people because at that price point, you're kind of looking at a used HF radio. But $199 is not too bad, but $259 is a little bit too much. How about the Radtel RT860 that receives all sorts of crazy modes and everything? What other deals that we got? $84 for an AM/FM CB radio with an antenna and a cigarette lighter. It's a Retivus, but it looks like a TYT Anytone. The new multi-band UV5R 8-watt USB-C charging. This is kind of cool. I mean, if you really like this form factor, which I do, I mean, it's really pretty small radio. Where's the, I wonder where they're showing with the USB. Is it just USB to the base of the charger or something? Am I missing something here? Is it on the battery or is it on the charging base? No, they show a cord. I'm not sure where they're showing the charging happening at. So this is supposed to have airband. I mean, you should be able to use this with all your other radios. It's an M5R. USB charger support, USB-C charger. The battery is longer and more durable. It can be used continuously. I don't know. Anyway, it's cool. $19. And you get like 2 antennas with it, a USB cable, and yeah, I like it. All right. This one here is one that I might actually go ahead and order tonight here in a minute or something. Just because it has 999 memories, it has USB on the battery. It is basically a UV, what was it, a UV 15? But it's going to have, if I'm correct, it will have where you can combine both lines. You can read the frequency and the name of your channel. Now, you might not be able to program it with Chirp, so that's just something to keep in mind. But it's $13 with a 10% coupon, so basically my tax here is around 9%, so I'm going to pay $13.98 because I don't have tax with that 10% coupon. So I think I'm going to buy that one just because I don't even need it. But I had bought one of these old ones. Let me see if I can find it. It would have been a UV15, but it was UV15, and it's completely locked also. Nope. Okay. BAOFENG UV15 Hunt and Peck. Okay, there it is right there. It's a P15 UV in some places. $33 on Amazon. Let's pull this up. Okay. I believe it's the same radio. I'm not 100% sure, but let's go look. Oh, you know what? We just ended up closing out what we were looking at because we did that. Let's just go. TP8 plus And also you can buy batteries for them and stuff. There's different ones. There's ones that don't have a USB. There's ones that do. They also fit another radio. I think a TYT. I don't know. Let's put a space in between there. Well, now we're going to have a hard time finding that damn radio. Hold on. Well, when I was in here, I found this one. The FT70DR for $200. I don't know how much it costs, but I think it was like $229. That might be a deal worth looking at. And there was that one. I'm trying to get back into where I was at. We have the Zygo still on sale, $490. Anyway, let's see right here. Okay, they put their little logo in front of it to where they're not giving you like a picture of it without it. Okay, so right here, there it is. Okay, now let's come over here, and so the USB is on the bottom of the battery. It's not waterproof. So the display right here, it can switch. The other thing too, with all these new fancy colored displays, you can't see them in the daytime. They're hard to read. This you can read during the day. These are $33. These ones are $33. I've never seen these ones. I don't know. This says it ships from Amazon. I mean, so if you wanted one of these, you could get one of these. That's a P15 UV, though. And they're considered a GMRS, I guess. But, let's see. Okay, so UV15. Right here. Here's the UV15. Anyway, these have been out for a while. I kind of like it better than the other radio, the UV17s. Although it doesn't have extra buttons on it, so you're still, having to do this thing with the menu, but at least it says menu. But I mean, for $13, it's kind of, let's see, UV15 original or fake product. This is a fake product. That's a legit Bofag radio. I have one. The instructions, that doesn't mean anything. Including P15UV, I've tried to use the P15UV software on this radio. Didn't work, but managed to update the firmware I found for the P15 GMRS. Software started to work, probably locked for given model names. Before firmware update, I contacted the seller, big Chinese website, and producer. Nobody helped me with obtaining the software for this radio. The PU15 is different. This one is going to be completely different also because... Okay, so here is one on their website. That's actually official Bofang website. It's a little bit different. You can see it's a little different. So it's able to put the alpha tag and then that name there. So I don't know anything else about it other than that. BFUV15. The one that I originally ordered was bright orange, and it was completely locked, but it was a UV15/TP8 plus. So anyway, is that a slightly different right here on the speaker grill? It does look like it, doesn't it? Okay, let's look at this one real quick. Yeah. Let's pull up this one. Okay, these are different. Yeah, this isn't the same radio. Okay, so we could see 3 little bars there. Plastics are different. Okay. And then you have these, which are even further different. Okay. Yeah, that one's completely different. And then we have the one here with 2 bars. That one looks more like none of them. I don't know, guys. It's $13. Let's see, is there any extra different buttons? Nope. So it looks like it's essentially a slightly different case. So anyway, that's one I was curious about that I might order myself. And holy moly. I don't know if there's anything else really worth buying. There was that really cheap deal on the coax. I have a feeling it's probably gone by now. Let's see here. They just really tease with these deals, you know? Like, not a whole lot happening. So, this Merc Kit is some company that rebadges Bowfangs. And outside of that, I don't know too much about them. Let's see. I wish we'd get more mobile radios. I mean, how many handhelds do you need? You know? We don't need more handhelds. We need more mobile radios. Maybe, oh, here's one of these power supplies. What in the heck is it rated? DC 0 to 36 volts. Interesting. Here's a radio I have never seen before. Interesting. I know they make nicer radios than most other companies do. I've never actually owned one of their radios, though, so I've just seen and heard other people's opinions. So, but I grabbed a couple of them before and played around with them at Hamfest and things like that, but I don't know. I like this radio right here. This is one of my favorite radios. They did send it to me for free, so I wouldn't have paid what they wanted for it. At the time that I got mine, they were $59. They do come with a programming cable, and they are a mirror copy of a particular Motorola. They're just, the antenna's on the opposite side as the Motorola, but the shape and everything else is basically the same. You can get it for $49. It was $39 actually for a while, and I put up a video on that, but nobody noticed, I don't think. $70 for this. You got to be really careful on these. Don't order from a company called Sharku. They'll send you a used radio. I honestly think it's best to just stick with the TYT radios, the UV MD390s. Yeah, see, here's a $259 Quad 5. TYT TH350. This might be one of the ones that shares that battery. So anyway, there's not a ton of stuff to where, like, you know, oh, I just have to have this or that, you know, I mean, there's a few things on here, but I don't know. It's getting late and I'm tired. I like this. This looks cool. Kind of a Kenwood looking ugly microphone. It would be nice if there was more mobiles that were 50 watts. These are all, most of their radios are all 25 watt radios. That's an interesting looking one. ATD168UV, but no name. No brand. I don't know. Anyway, I can't think of anything else to mention. Just let you guys know the sale is over. I'm not even going to post any links in here. Okay.